Now it's time for video number 2. This video is also a National Rifle Association video. It's called Personal Protection Outside the Home, which, by the way, if you ever get a chance to take the full class, is an outstanding course. This video is a little shorter and I think a little bit more engaging. Hopefully you'll learn a lot from it. I want you to pay particular attention to the things I mentioned at the end of video number 1. Here we go.
Hello, I'm Kane Robinson, Executive Director of NRA General Operations. The right of self-defense is fundamental. Our United States Constitution and the constitutions of 44 states enshrine the right to use a gun in self-defense. As a 33-year veteran of law enforcement, I can tell you from experience how important that is. Police officers keep private firearms for personal self-defense at home, in their private lives. That's in addition to their use of guns while at work. They know the risk from crime and take responsible measures to protect themselves and their families. The risk of attack, violent crime, and home invasion is real, and depending on where you live, work, or travel, that risk can be extreme or minimal. The police would love to protect you, but the truth is that in most violent crimes, assaults, or home invasions, the police won't even know until the incident is over. Even where someone is able to call police, a typical attack or violent crime is over and the damage done in a very few minutes. Long before the police dispatcher locates an available car, the officers can drive to the victim's location and become directly engaged. As much as police are dedicated to helping victims, the truth is, once a criminal takes the first step to start an attack, the horrible incident is almost always over before the police get there. They may investigate, make reports, and in about 20% of the cases identify and prosecute the criminal. That can affect crime for future victims by taking the crook out of action for a while, but in the final analysis, only you are in a position to effectively protect yourself once you've been selected as a target by a criminal. If you choose to keep a gun for self-defense, there are profoundly important legal, personal, even moral implications. Even before an emergency occurs, you must understand how to keep or carry a gun properly, the laws that apply, and concepts such as concealment, shooting, safety, aiming, firing, and the use of holsters and containers to make the gun available for use when the emergency is upon you. This video and high-quality instruction is an ideal starting point.
Hey, old man. Nice ride.
So this is what we're gonna do here, cowboy. We're gonna take this pretty little ride you got here. We're gonna need you to come up off your wallet, too.
Stand back, I'm armed.
Come on, man.
I think I should explain myself. How did I get to this point? To me, family comes first. I provide for them and protect them. Being able to carry a firearm is important to protecting myself so that I may continue to provide and protect them from harm. So I took a concealed carry class about 2 years ago and obtained my permit. There are a lot of holsters out there, and each one has its strengths and weaknesses. Like the shoulder harness. It's comfortable to wear, but requires a jacket to cover it. It can also be difficult to draw without sweeping my children or bystanders. I thought about the ankle holster, which is very easy to conceal. But how am I supposed to present and defend myself if I have to bend down just to draw? I chose the recommended and safest method, the strong side hip holster. To help with concealment, I went with the inside the waistband style. I got a form-fitted leather model. This kind keeps the firearm from jumping out of the holster if I have to run or jump, but it doesn't hinder my ability to draw. The gun belt that I chose was the right size for my holster and pant loops, and since it's a gun belt, it's been specifically designed to carry a holster. I also wear my firearm in an FBI forward rake for easier access and better concealment, and I always wear it in the same spot. You need to have perfect retention if you ever have to use your firearm outside the home. A big decision I had to make for concealed carry was which firearm to use. I knew it was important for the firearm to comfortably fit in my hand and be a caliber with a stopping power, but also one that I could handle. I chose a .45 caliber semi-automatic with an 8-round magazine. I chose it for its size, smooth grip, and ability to be presented and fired. Keeping my firearm loaded means that I'm ready to use it at any time. I always keep an extra magazine on my belt, on the weak side, for easy access in case I have someone pinned to the ground or have to look around without lowering my shooting hand. I grew up around firearms, but not everybody has, and unfortunately not everyone is in favor of carrying them for protection, or in favor of citizens having them, period. I keep this in mind when I get ready to go out, and I always check myself for printing or firearm bulges that will give away the fact that I'm carrying. But I still think I'm jumping too far ahead.
Fire. Good. Safety chest, reholster.
The main components of firearm ownership are safety and responsibility. My father taught me this, and my NRA training courses reinforce it. We have to be stewards of our right to bear arms, and safe gun handling is a cornerstone.
And holster. NRA rules for safe gun handling. Let's talk about this for a second. Ambrose, what's rule number 1?
Always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction.
Always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. What does that rule mean to you?
Well, it means that the gun should always be directed at what you aim to shoot at, that it should always be in line with that.
Okay. All right. So the gist of it then is you're going to keep your gun pointed in a direction where if it were to discharge, no one would be injured and minimal property damage would occur.
Exactly.
Okay, great. How about rule number 2?
Always keep your finger off the trigger until ready to shoot.
Always keep your finger off the trigger until ready to shoot. What does that mean?
Well, it's kind of like the first one in as much as you don't want it to ever be in a position where the gun could go off and hit something that you didn't intend for it to hit.
Okay.
So if your finger's not on the trigger, you can't accidentally discharge it hitting somebody, something that you didn't intend to.
Exactly, exactly. So your sights are on target, you've made the decision to fire, your finger contacts the trigger, then you can fire.
Exactly.
Okay. How about rule number 3?
Always keep the gun unloaded until ready to use.
Always keep the gun unloaded until ready to use. What does that rule mean?
Well, I think that if you planned on not using the gun at all for a while, if you're going to put it in storage, then you'd want to unload it. Once I put it in my holster, then I think that is use. So you would have it loaded at that time.
So if you were carrying a handgun concealed then, you could have it loaded and meet the spirit of this rule then, couldn't you?
I would say so.
All right. In the context of self-defense, when would it be appropriate to use your handgun?
Well, you should be ready to use it at any time, but you can only actually fire the gun when you're in imminent danger of being killed or injured.
So we could say maybe you can only shoot the gun as
A last resort.
a last resort. Exactly.
It took a lot of practice to present correctly. I didn't even get to use live rounds until my instructor was satisfied with my presentation. They taught me that the basic steps are access, grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest, join, extend, and fire.
I'm going to teach you how to draw from a concealment holster. And to do that, we're going to break the draw down into a series of steps. What I'm going to do is show you each step in its progression one at a time. I want you to put these steps together. As you're learning how to draw, as we're learning the steps one at a time, your draw will look and maybe feel kind of mechanical as you go through each step and execute it. What I want you to do here is make sure that you execute the steps correctly. Once we put everything together, then your draw should be nice and fluid from the holster to your presentation. Have you ever heard the old expression that slow is smooth and smooth is fast?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to learn this draw slow.
Okay.
I want you to be slow and I want you to be smooth, because in the end result then you'll be fast.
In the beginning, these steps seemed awkward, but they kept saying smooth is fast, so I gave it a shot. They also had me start with a grip step without concealment, so the instructors could see me perform each step and make sure I was doing them right.
Starting position, grip chest.
They let me know it was important to have a firm firing grip because readjusting in a confrontation could be deadly. I also learned to keep my trigger finger straight along the frame and pull my weak hand to my chest at the same time to keep it away from the muzzle.
Relax. Good job. Let's move on to the next step. Starting position, grip chest, pull chest.
I practiced pulling straight up and keeping the muzzle controlled and pointed safely toward the ground. My trigger finger stays along the side of the frame and my weak hand stays on my chest.
I reholster.
They had us practice until the trainers were confident in our progress. They just looked for proficiency. I knew I'd have to practice a lot more to achieve a smooth, fast presentation.
Looks like you've got it so far. Let's go ahead and add the rotate step. All right, from your starting position, grip chest, pull chest. Now, you see your elbow came up. All right, think about elbow up, elbow down. You see how that rotates the handgun forward. All right, reholster. Starting position. Grip chest, pull chest.
When I got to the rotate, I made a conscious effort to keep my elbow straight down as I straightened my wrist.
Good, good. Safety chest, reholster.
It really took some time to master this one, but it started to click all the way back to the basics. I'm responsible for my muzzle direction. My instructor told me I could fire from this position if I was in imminent danger and didn't have time for every step.
Starting position. Grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest. Okay, reholster. Relax. Looks like you got a good handle on what's going on so far. Now we're going to add the join command. This is where both hands are going to press together right before you extend the handgun out to fire. From your starting position, grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest, join. Safety chest and reholster.
I kept my strong hand still to allow my weak hand to meet it from behind.
Good, good. And it's all mechanical now. You're following my commands. Everything's mechanical. When we put the draw together at the end of this, everything will come smooth. What I want to do now is add the extend step. After your hands come together and join, what you're going to do is punch straight out and up to the sight line. It'll bring the handgun sights right up to your line of sight. Excellent. Okay? Let's put that together then. Starting position, grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest, join, extend. Punch straight out. Good. Safety chest and reholster.
To keep myself from sweeping or using a bowling motion, I was sure to use a pushing motion to extend my firearm toward the target. This keeps the muzzle toward my target in case I have to fire before I can fully extend.
Safety chest and reholster. What we're going to do now is add the final step, fire. Okay? Let's try to put this all together now. All right, from your starting position, grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest, join, extend, fire. Scan and assess.
We practice firing multiple shots. Life is not like the movies. If you've ever been hunting, you know an animal will keep running even after you've hit it. Humans are no different. If you're in a life-threatening situation, it's going to be you or them.
And fire. Scan and assess.
I lowered to break tunnel vision, then I scanned to see if I have any other attackers. If the attacker is down on the ground, you have to keep the muzzle trained on him so he can't resume the attack. I keep the firearm pointed at him and just move my head left and right to check the area. If the attacker fled the scene, scanning is a little different. This time, after lowering to break tunnel vision, you move your head and firearm together in the direction you're looking. That way, you're ready if another attacker charges. Another side note, know your magazine capacity, but nobody remembers how many shots they fire in a fight.
Good, looks like you've got a good handle on drawing the handgun. Let's go ahead, load up and fire some live ammo. Grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest. All right, load and make ready. Safety chest, reholster. Starting position. Grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest, join, extend, fire. Scan and assess. Safety chest and holster. Starting position. Grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest, join, extend, fire. Scan and assess. Safety chest and holster. Good job so far. Looks like you got a really good handle on drawing the handgun and firing. What I want to do now is we'll add the access steps. Grab your concealment garment, we'll get started on that. With the cover garment in place, this adds an additional step. Before you can grip the handgun, you need to move your cover garment out of the way.
Okay.
We're going to call that access.
I was taught to access the firearm by extending my strong hand finger straight, with my thumb extended to make a Y. I knife my hand inside my coat to push it back out of the way so I can cleanly access my firearm. To make it more realistic, I decided to stand like I always do in public.
Extend, fire. Scan, assess. All right, safety chest and holster. All right, let's put this together then. I'm going to give you two commands, starting position and fire. On fire, I want you to put all the steps that we've just done together. One slow, fluid motion. From your starting position, fire. Okay, what happened?
Probably hang fire?
The gun didn't go off, did it?
No.
All right, what's the normal range procedure? We're looking to see if this is going to be a misfire now. What's the normal range procedure for that?
Normally, keep the gun down range, wait 30 seconds, see if it's hang fire.
Okay. Do we have 30 seconds to wait in a self-defensive situation?
Not here.
We do not. Okay. What we're going to do is called an immediate action drill. Once you bring the handgun back toward your center just a little bit, finger off the trigger, and take your support hand off the grip, you're going to tap the magazine. That make sure that the magazine's seated. That's one of the biggest reasons of why the handgun won't fire. Is the magazine wasn't firmly seated when you tried to chamber a cartridge, and it didn't chamber a cartridge. So we're going to make sure the magazine's seated by a tap. Bring your hand over the top of the gun. We're going to rack the slide. All right. Establish your two-handed shooting grip again. Extend and reassess. Now, why do we reassess instead of just fire?
Maybe you stopped.
Exactly. In the time it took you to fix your handgun, the threat may no longer be a threat. Okay. And you don't need to shoot. Starting position. Fire. Safety chest, reholster.
So, I'm ready.
Fire.
Looks like a calm night. Kind of quiet. I should stay keen. Guess somebody else is working late. They've been talking about a couple muggers in the area, though. Just in case I need to draw, it looks like 30 feet is about there. Didn't even close their doors. Hope they're just in a hurry. I've got my gun with me just in case.
Hey, old man. That's right.
Still over 30 feet.
Sweet.
But if they get any closer, I'm gonna have to draw.
So this is what we're gonna do here, cowboy. We're gonna take this pretty little ride you got here. And we're gonna need you to come up off your wallet, too.
Stand back, I'm armed.
Come on, man.
Oh, forget about it.
Let's go, man. Dude's got a gun.
That was like instinct. I don't see anybody else. Hi, yeah, two guys just tried to rob me. Yeah, well, I carry a concealed firearm and I had to draw it. Yeah, and when they saw that, they got scared and they ran off. It was an old, looked like blue four-door sedan.
Hey, lady. I just want to talk.
How did I get here? I guess I should explain. I'm a single mother of 3 strapping boys, each of them with their own life, each of them with their own agenda, so they're not always around to watch over me. It was my oldest son who said I should start carrying a firearm. One of his friend's mothers had recently been assaulted in a parking lot and wasn't able to defend herself. I decided to take a course for carrying a firearm outside the home. I chose a revolver as a firearm of choice for one big reason. If I have to fire from within inside the purse, I can get off all the shots. A semi-automatic may not reload after the first shot because of the slide catching on something in the purse. I like to think of myself as a peaceful person, and I definitely do not condone violence of any kind around my sons or otherwise. On the other hand, I can't fall victim to those who have chosen violent acts for a living. My sons don't have a father, so without me in their lives, they are lost. I'm very secure with the firearm that I carry, but I wasn't always. I started with the basic NRA pistol and personal protection in the home courses for the basics, but I really felt like I should know more to start carrying in public.
We'll talk about the grip a little bit. When your hand goes in your purse, it obtains a firing grip on your handgun. Once you've pulled the handgun out of the purse, you don't have an opportunity again to adjust your grip. The grip that you get on the handgun while it's in the purse is going to be the one that you have to shoot with. Starting position, grip chest.
It took some getting used to, keeping my purse on my weak side shoulder. I also had to remember to keep this holster under control at all time. No more leaving my purse behind to run a quick errand.
Starting position, grip chest, relax. All right, good. Looks like you've got a good handle on this part of it. Let's add the next step. All right, starting position, grip chest.
On the pull step, I pull the purse back with my weak hand, keeping my elbow high, making sure the muzzle never crosses my hand or arm.
Starting position, grip chest, pull chest, safety chest, and reholster. Good. Looks like you've got a good handle on everything so far. What we're going to do now is add the rotate step. Starting position, grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest. Good, good. Safety chest and reholster. Starting position, grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest. Good. Safety chest and reholster. Good. What we're going to do now is add the join step. You've pulled the handgun out of the purse, you've rotated it towards the threat. Your support hand, which is on your purse, is going to come around and establish your two-handed shooting grip. The handgun's still going to be right about the center line of your body. Okay? All right, let's put that together. Starting position, grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest, join.
I let go of the strap on my purse and I push my hand toward the grips of my firearm from behind. On the grip, I feel the open space with my weak hand's palm, and I wrap my fingers over my strong hand to steady my aim.
All right, safety chest and reholster. Good. Looks like you got a really good handle on the steps so far. What I want you to do now is add the extend step. After your hand comes around and joins, you've established your two-handed shooting grip. Your gun's going to punch straight up to the sight line. Okay? Let's put that together. Starting position, grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest, join.
When I extend, I push both hands forward toward my attacker with my finger on the trigger.
Safety chest and reholster. Starting position, grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest, join, extend. Safety chest, reholster. Good. What we're going to do now is add the fire and scan and assess commands. Okay, once you extend, you brought the gun up to your sight line, you're going to fire. Once you've fired, the assailant ceased his action. Once you bring the gun down just a little bit, scan left, scan right, you're looking to see for any additional threats. Okay? All right, let's put that together. Starting position, grip chest, pull chest, rotate chest, join, extend, fire.
To break tunnel vision, I lower the sights.
Scan and assess,
I scan around for additional attackers.
safety chest, and reholster. Good. A really good handle on the steps so far. Now we're going to add the access command. Up until this point, we've been drawing from an open purse holster. That's not necessarily how you'd carry it on the street. You'd have the enclosure closed, however that may be on your particular purse holster. All right. We're going to start off your starting position now. You're going to face down range. On access, I want you to turn your body so it's in this position. You're blading your body towards the threat. That keeps your handgun pointed towards the threat. So when you insert your hand into your holster purse, you got a grip on it, you're pointing towards the threat. You could conceivably shoot from that position if you had to. Okay? All right, let's put that together. Go ahead and close your holster purse. Face down range, this is now your starting position. Access. Grip chest. Pull chest. Rotate chest. Join. Extend. Fire. Scan and assess. Safety chest. And reholster. Good. We'll change your commands. We'll give you the starting position command and then just a command to fire. You put everything together just like we've been doing it.
Okay.
Starting position. Fire.
It took me about 100 draws, but I finally mastered it. I still practice as much as possible for retention, but I've got it down to almost instinct now. so late. Something feels weird. Like somebody's watching me. I guess if something's out of place, I'll just run back to the office. I'll walk out here in the middle. That way I can get away if somebody comes up. Is he coming closer?
Hey, lady.
I have a gun, and I'll shoot if I have to.
I just want to talk.
911, what's your emergency?
I just shot someone. You could have killed me.
The important thing to remember is that Catherine survived a criminal attack and will return to her children and family. After a shooting incident, you'll be on an emotional roller coaster ride. You should quickly seek legal advice. All of these issues are covered in the NRA Personal Protection Outside the Home course.
All right, at this point you're done with the NRA videos, and I've got a couple more videos coming up. So as soon as I'm done talking here and this video wraps up, at your earliest convenience, go ahead and watch video number 3.